Good evening, my stamping friends. So this is Leslie with LuvINK&Paper, and I am glad to be here with you. I'm hoping people will find me, even though I forgot to put out my reminder today. I was a little bit busy. Got right up and got going to school, and I just should have scheduled that post, and I didn't. So anyway. If you have found me, then welcome. I am glad you're here. If you're going to be catching me on the replay or something else, then welcome there as well. Okay? All right, so I thought I don't always, or I don't often, or maybe I try not to focus specifically on a product in my videos, but today I thought I would a little bit. Because I think they're really fun. So I'm going to focus on the gold foiled flower cards and envelopes. So they're very beautiful. The package says you get 10 cards and 10 envelopes, so 20 pieces altogether. So let me pull out a card. They were kind of hidden in the catalog. They're in the mini catalog, and they were a little bit hidden. But I love the envelopes, and they are something you could easily use as a stencil. All right, so, you know what? Before I get too far into that, hang on. There's something else I need to share with you. Stampin' Up! Did something kind of fun, and they added some regular catalog product to the celebration options for when you if you hit those qualifying orders. This one in particular should be high on your list, okay? This is a $30 package of paper. It's 48 sheets. It's amazing. It's so much fun. And there's lots of things in it that coordinate with things that are in the mini or whatever. In fact, I meant to make a card with the lemon paper and the Filled with Happiness set, I think it is. Anyway, lots of great choices, a couple of stamp sets, some designer series paper. This Just Kiddin' is in the mini. This is in the annual catalog. Love this memory notebook kit. Okay. The Robot Buddies Kids card kit. This would be really fun for Valentine's Day. Might be tight to get it here, but maybe not too bad. Or even for kids' birthdays, to let your kids work with you on this one, and then you'll have those cards for birthday parties or whatever. Some embossing folders, some Memories and More cards and envelopes, the new core color markers, and also the Dragonfly Punch. So you need to use the item numbers in here just to make sure that you don't get charged for them, okay? If you use the item number from the catalog, yeah, that will be a problem. I'm going to try hard either tomorrow or probably Thursday, get this out to you in an email, okay, so that you will be able to see this right away. All right, so there's that. So now back to our cards and envelopes. Now, they're beautiful, and you could use them just as is. Front and back, it's okay. All right. I, on the other hand, feel like this is a little bit of a waste. I have thick vanilla cardstock. So my thought is to cut these so that they layer. So I'm going to cut this at 4. And then turn it and cut it at 5 1/4. Okay, I am not one of those people that likes to try and fit something on the entire card front. I don't like that at all. So that gives me just that little bit of a border. And I could pop this up and then it would look really cool. All right, so let's do this one, and that will give me 2. So one card can give me 2. Okay. And let's just get this to 5 1/4 as well. All right, there. Okay. So that's that part. Okay. I'm going to be using colors from the 2022-2024 in colors, because these are going to be leaving us as of April 30th or 31st or something like that. 30th. There is no 31st in April. I'm just looking at my calendar and I reused my January one because the dates all lined up and I forgot to take the 31st off. Anyway, the 30th of April is when these go away. So if you have the ink pads, now is the time to double check and make sure that you have the re-inkers. It is time for you to check your paper supply. If one of these is a favorite of yours, get an extra package so that you can at least use them as layers or something like that. Okay, a package won't go super far if you're using them as the card base, but they will go far as accent colors or layers. Okay, so the Orchid Oasis, Parakeet Party, Starry Sky, Sweet Sorbet, and Tahitian Tide. If you don't have the re-inkers and stuff, now is the time to get them. Get them when you can get freebies for investing in them. Okay? Don't expect me or any other demonstrator that you might work with to be able to get these colors for you on May 1st, because we won't be able to. Okay? So I'm just saying, just putting it out there. All right, so let me just grab a piece of, oh, I know what that is. That's okay, I can use that. So I thought it might be kind of fun to just sort of stencil this along the edge like this. I think I want it that way. Maybe I want it this way. Hang on. Maybe I want it this way. And I'll put something under here. All right. There. Put this under here like that. All right. So I'm going to use one of my favorite colors, the Orchid Oasis. I'm just going to pick that up. And I'm doing it in this order because this way I can use the same blending brush for Starry Sky if I decide I want to go that route. Okay, so I am going to just come in here. Okay, I'm going to just get a little more ink. Alright, whoops, I moved it. I didn't have it tacked down. I probably should have. It's alright, I can line it back up. There we go. Perfect. And if you're wiggling around up there, I'm really sorry. It'll only just be for a second more, because I'm almost done. All right, so let's take that. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, so pretty, right? Okay, so the other thing that I was playing with this afternoon, probably when I should have been doing better planning and some of that sort of thing, was I was playing with this hybrid embossing folder. Let me just move this stuff out of the way just for a second. So the Thoughtful Moments hybrid embossing folder is pretty cool. So it comes with the embossing folder, obviously, but because it's a hybrid folder, it also comes with dies. Now this die right here, this big one, is sort of the important one. They do give you all these cute little extra pieces, which is nice. These cute little clouds and the cute little flowers and all of that sort of thing, which are fun, okay? But what you want to be able to do is use this. So here's how it works. On the side that says Stampin' Up, okay, the raised side here, you put the raised cutting side up, okay, and it will fit. And then you just kind of wiggle it and it almost falls into place. And then it won't move anymore. If I have it out here, see how it moves? Okay, if I wiggle it around, it kind of settles right into place and now it doesn't move anymore. So that's really cool. So you can just put a piece of cardstock in. Okay, let me just grab a piece. I think I have. Here, well, that's got a score mark in it. I was trying to avoid that. I can't avoid that. It's okay. It will be fine. All right, so I'm going to just put this in here. I'm going to get most of them. I'm going to close it. I'm going to leave this beautiful thing here for you to look at. Okay. You just feast your eyes on those for just a tiny second. I'm going to just run over here because I don't really have room to show you underneath there, but I'm just using platform 1 and plate number 4. I'm making sure that my hinge, the fold, goes first. Your machine may make big noises like that, and it's okay. All right? Okay, now we're back. And so anyway, you can open this up, and what you will get, I'm not sure if you can see these. So they are raised just a little bit. Okay. And I might have a way, okay, to show you how we can do something kind of cool with that. All right, so they are just cut right out of there, okay? And so they just have that raised, look, let me just see, can you see that? I'm not sure if you can. Anyway, it's pretty cool. All right, so there's another way that you can use these. That one's no good. Okay. All right, I'm going to put this back. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to, I wonder what I did with my brayer. Hang on. Okay, so we have these, all right? But I did use my brayer this afternoon, and it was here. Oh, here it is. Okay. So I could, if I wanted to, I could take my brayer and pick up some ink. Let's do some Sweet Sorbet since it's a nice bright color. Okay. No, I'm not going to get to wash it quickly, so I'm going to actually change my mind and use the Starry Sky. Okay, so I'm just going to... Now, when you ink a brayer, there's a right and a wrong way to ink a brayer. Did you know that? Okay. If you ink a brayer doing this, do you see what happens? You get ink here, you go around, and you get ink there. And that's it. You have this whole section here that has no ink. That's a problem. So what you want to do is roll and lift, roll and lift, roll and lift, so that you end up with ink all the way around, okay? And you can go either direction. You just want to make sure, and you can travel like this, it doesn't matter, okay? All right, so make sure that you're not just rolling back and forth because you will be very unhappy with your results. Okay, now carefully, without pushing real hard, I'm just going to roll some ink on here, okay? Like this. I'm going to try and make sure I'm looking carefully to see if all my little raised edges have ink, and it appears, except for this corner, that's a little better. That N is giving me fits here. Let's see if okay, well, it's the best I got. All right, then this brayer has these posts. So what they're for, you want to make sure they're pointing up when you're rolling, because otherwise they'll drag all over the place, which is bad. But when you're done with it, you turn it this way and you set it on those pegs, and it keeps the brayer up off your work surface. Okay? All right, so then we're going to take this die and we're going to click it back into place like this. Okay? There it goes. Settled right in there. Oh, I missed a spot here. I see a couple more. Hang on. Let me see if I can get a little bit more. It might have been because... Okay, there. All right. Try to set it down without dragging it all over the ink. All right, there. Okay. Now, I will take this piece and go right here. Oh, you know what? That thinking of you is the one that gave me fits. Maybe I'll go down here like this. Okay. And you just close that up. All right. Again, talk amongst yourselves. Look at the beautiful artwork. Imagine these on a card. Hang on, I'll be right back. So I'm again going to put the fold in first. Okay. And crank that through. And it's pretty tight. And it's going to make a really loud clunk right about now. Okay. All right, so then what happens is you see what you get? Isn't that cool? Now, I do have to do some wiping and stuff, so I'm going to just kind of put these all back together and I'll go wash them later. And it's okay if ink gets around there because it doesn't matter. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that fun? All right, those are no good. This one is good. All right, the just because works. And the love you. And you make me happy. Which does have a little bit of a score line through it, but that's okay. Same with get well. It'll be all right. Isn't that fun? So you can add ink that way. Now, this afternoon, when I was mucking around with this, where is that little thing that I had? Ah, here we go. What I did, what did I just do with that? Okay, let me show you what I did. I watched a video with Patty Bennett, okay? She wanted it more filled in, and I agreed with her completely. So she put a little tiny bit of adhesive, which I have to now take off, but on here so that when she put her paper, when she ran it through, this kind of stuck a little bit, okay? So then she could roll her brayer across here. Now this paper got pretty mucky, but it got this, and the greetings were supported from behind from the folder, so it made brayering it really easy. Okay, so what I got this afternoon when I did it on designer series paper is I got a background, so that was kind of neat, and I did it on white, and I got a much more solid kind. And I did have some that leaked over. I was not unhappy about that. It was fine. Okay, so now we have those. So I just decided to put all of my greetings in a stamp case, and when I need one, I can come get one. What I may decide to do, though, is use this pink hello up there. I like that, I think, or maybe down here, like that. And I could, trying to think if I've got a stamp set where I could just stamp a small flower or something. I don't think I actually need it. I was just looking to see if I had something. Not that color. Anyway, I could just add, what have I got here for gems? Yeah. I think I actually like the ones that are berry burst with this. So let's add a couple of those. Okay, let's put this up on some mini dimensionals. I think this is going to be very pretty. So we're going to just put, did I get that in the right spot? Nope. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, there, that's better. That H is just the right width, but you have to be paying attention and getting those mini dimensionals going exactly the right direction here. And I can use some big ones, or I could use some of these edges. Okay, like this along the L's. Okay. And another mini over here in the O. I think that'll do it. Okay. So lots of fun product and lots of fun ideas about using these things. Now, I watched a video with France Martin, so if you know Frenchie, and she said she really likes these greetings in foil. Now, I didn't bring any foil paper over here, but they did. She had some beautiful things done with the foils. So let me just put this here like that, and then I will add, where's my take your pick tool, and we'll just add one big one up here, I think, and then two smaller ones, one here, maybe one, oh, maybe one here in that flower. They don't all, I don't think just because you do one, you have to do them all right? But you could, I suppose, if you were looking to add lots of bling to something, you probably could. And then I'll put one kind of over here near the hello. Okay. Now some people might say, okay, you need more than that. Yeah, I might, and I might decide to do something more with it, but for now, I think I really like that. I do. I think it's very pretty. And I think that somebody would likely be very happy to have that in their mailbox. Did you know that tomorrow, February 7th, is Send a Card to a Friend Day? Truth, it is. So if you're watching this on February 6th, or even February 7th, you probably have time to get a card in the mail to someone you care about, okay? And it could just say, hello, and that would be fine, okay? All right, so another way to, okay, so let's get to this part. I'm going to use, I'm going to just kind of clean up some of the ink that's on here, or I'm going to try. I'm probably going to end up very blue or purple or whatever Starry Sky is. And yeah, anyway, good thing my jeans are about the same color. So let's see. I think this does sort of feel a little like it has an up and a down, so I'm going to make the roses going up that way. And then I'm going to just very lightly, I'm going to come in and I'm going to barely push this down. And I'm just going to give myself a little bit of color on some of these flowers, okay? And I'm going to get a little bit darker right there in the center, but not a lot. Okay, and then I am going to take that little collection of goodies here, and I'm going to just put, oh, I want a little bit more color than that. Did you see why? It's not jumping from there. And I get that this is white and that's vanilla, and I'm okay with that. I didn't used to be. I used to not like that. Any of you like that? Where you always thought that the vanilla and the white had to not mix? Yeah, well, I've changed my mind. So, a little bit bigger. I'm going to go a little bit bigger and a little bit darker right there in the center. There. Okay. Now that's going to jump off of there. Okay, now that's going to jump off of there. And I could even do a very light so that I disguise that this is white. And give it just a little bit, just sort of what's left on the brush. Doesn't have to be dark, but a little bit, to get it to jump off of there. Whoops, that K needs a little bit more. That's better. Okay. Yeah, I'm a mess. I'm not sure whether you are a messy crafter or not, but I totally am. All right, so let's grab some dimensionals. I've got some minis and I've got some regulars. Let's see, we can have a mini there, a mini here. And let's get some regular sized ones. One here behind the teat. One down here. And I think one more right here. Okay. Now, I'm kind of thinking on something. And that is because I'm thinking an easel card would be really fun for this, or a Z-fold card or something. All right, so let's put this like that. All right, and I have here a vertical card, so I could fold this in half this way, and I could, let me grab my trimmer because it's going to work better if I score it. The thick cardstock I find definitely works better. All right, so if I go here at 2 3/4, which is half of this card front, like that. Okay. And I know, I used my bone folder. Oh, set it right there. And then ended up using this other folding device that I have. Okay. So I could put, oh, you know what? Do I have a white one? I don't. Not sure I want that. I was looking for something in my little stash over here that I could use to be my prop. I'll have to figure that out. Okay. So I could put this so that it would then stand up like that when on display, or I could just put it on this one like that. I think I'll just do this one this way. I have another idea that we could use, and I can turn that into a Z fold. Okay, so let's just add this here, the little seal. Okay, like that. And I probably, if I had some ribbon over here with me, which I don't, but that would be very pretty as well. Okay. So there's a good start, okay? Both of these probably need some finishing touches. Maybe a bow, maybe, you know, something. This definitely needs some ribbon that has the gold on it or something, but good starts, okay? I am one that sort of is the clean and simple, and so I don't tend to embellish a whole lot, but these both look to me like they need a little more something, okay? But let's take this one that I hadn't finished yet. That uses those Enduring Beauty masks and stamp set. And let's add one of our greetings here. And unfortunately, I've needed these a couple of times now. I'm trying to see if I have one that is darker. Yep, I do. Oh, but it got inky. Oh, what about this one? No, I don't like the pink. Okay, we're gonna just go with this. And I'm gonna just pop that up. All right. Unfortunately, I'm needing several sympathy cards in the last week. And I don't like that. I don't love having to make sympathy cards. So anyway, but we can make this a sympathy card and add this little embossed greeting on here. There we go. think I can get one up here and one here. Okay. Yep, I can't see them from the front, so that's good. There we go. Whoop, don't. There we go. There. Okay. So that's another way to use those. You can just, you know, keep them around, play sometime, make a whole bunch, and then just throw them in a stamp case and use them whenever. Okay. Like if I have the Love You, right? I could play with the Love You and maybe not on that. Okay, these hearts are from another hybrid embossing folder. Let me grab that one and show you. That is from is it right here? Oh, it's right here. Whoops, wonder what I just threw on the floor. Don't know. The Adoring Hearts. Okay, so we have, again, some little pieces, some extra little hearts. You could actually cut a little row of small hearts, a little banner, but this one is what fits this big row of, this big group of 9 hearts settles in just like the other on the Stampin' Up! Logo side, fits right in there, and then you just run it through, and then they emboss and cut those hearts. Really fun. All right, so you could definitely play with something like that too. So lots of fun things that you could play with, and I hope that you do a little experimentation if you have some of these products. All right, let's grab these other 2. Okay, I'm trying not to get that brayer all over everything. So anyway, lots of fun things that you could play with if you happen to have those things. And if you don't happen to have them yet, there is time to order them and get some extra fun freebies. All right, so thanks for joining me tonight. Hope you had fun, and I will see you next time. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.